Hi, I'm Alex Archbold, and I've been buying and selling antiques since I was 9 years old. From basements to scrapyards, I'll look just about anywhere I can to find lost antiques and collectibles. And sometimes I'll go big and buy everything. I never know what's going to happen or who I'm going to meet. This is our life, this is our adventure, and this is Curiosity Inc. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's episode. Well, I am excited because in the last couple days, a lot of things have happened here at the property, and we're getting much closer to this building being finished. In fact, the inspector is coming this coming week for final inspection, which means it will mark the end of this building, the end of this series. But in the meantime, I'm really excited about today because today is the day where I get to do some of the decorating, some of the setting up, and some of the making at home on the inside. And that's the first time we'll be able to do that. But look what's happened. There's a garage door. That was installed over the weekend. So we've got a garage door installed now. No more flappy tarp. No more insects and stuff flying in there. And the other thing that happened inside the building is this. Let me show you. Our water holding tank has been installed. They filled it up about halfway. But that means that now we have running water. And there's a toilet. That wasn't there before. So we have a functioning restroom, a functioning washroom in our house, or in this addition. We don't have the sink in just yet because we're waiting on the countertops to come in, which should be here in a couple weeks. But they did come back and refinish the floor, and that's the finish I wanted. I wanted to look like nice, shiny marble. The way it was before, it was very bumpy and discolored and didn't look great. This is the finish I wanted, so really appreciate that they came back and fixed this up because I was not very satisfied. Also, my contractors were able to come in and they siliconed all around the edge, basically everywhere. They got rid of the gaps, so they siliconed around everything. That's looking good. The fireplace is not quite ready to be installed yet, but I had to come in here this morning because I can actually start bringing some of the furniture into this side. That means I've got to sweep. We're gonna get the floors all swept. I'm gonna start laying out the rugs, and Jason, when he wakes up, he's not up yet. I got up early this morning. When Jason gets up, he's gonna come and help me with the furniture and getting it built and put together. So this space around me should really start to transform within the next, 5 to 6 hours or so. We'll start to see some things coming in, and I'm excited. But first I gotta sweep and get ready because I don't wanna put rugs and furniture on top of a dusty, dirty floor. All right, the floor is swept. You might be wondering why there's a bug zapper in the corner there. That's because when the garage door was being installed, some flies got in. We're just trying to get rid of whatever was left. I think they're pretty much all gone now. The first thing I think I'm gonna wanna do is get some of this bulkier furniture out of the way. This piece is going against the wall. It's actually quite an old piece of furniture that we bought from a house years back, but I think that one's gonna go in first, and I'll get the back on it. I can get the couch and the fridge moved over, and this will just clear up this space quite a bit so Jason can use this as a workspace for putting together the coffee table and some of the other things. Before I put it in though, I am gonna take a little bit of Old English wood oil and just give it a bit of a cleaning and a wipe down because I want it to look nice and perfect when it goes in. And that should do the trick. I brought some cleaning wipes as well for a couple little scuffs on the floor that were in there. And I think Melissa's on her way out too to help me out, but I best get busy and start cleaning before she gets out here. There we go, a little lemon oil to bring that shine right back up, help preserve the wood. And first piece is there. I mean, it looks a little lonely right now. It looks very small. That thing is almost like 6 feet tall. It's the problem with putting really high ceilings in. Everything looks small, but one piece is in. I've got to get the fridge. We bought sort of a retro style freestanding fridge so it can sit over here. I'm just debating where I'm going to put it. I was imagining it kind of on this side. I can't block the light switches that are there. It would seem to make sense there, but I could put it here, but then that's going to be too much tall stuff. I think it'll be sort of just freestanding right in this space here, and then we'll just put a little trash can or something in that area. So I'll bring it in and see how it looks. I have been joined by Melissa. You came just in time. I just pulled the cardboard off. But you get to do the big unveiling. Bop, 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 beep. And it is a little bit more blue, similar, but it's a little bit more baby blue than on the box, but that's okay.
It's a fridge.
We went with a retro style fridge. I guess I have to put the door handles on. That makes sense.
We can just add accents like this to make it make sense.
Well, that's kind of what we did with the inside of our other house. We have bits of blue like this. Let me come give you a hand. I'm kind of thinking it just going on the wall right by that plug, kind of right where you're standing.
Is that why the plug's there?
I was initially just going to put a bar fridge in, a counter height bar fridge, but then I saw this and it was so darn cute that, well, it followed me home.
I'm sure this is meant to come off of here.
Oh, this tape? Yeah.
There's also a protective coating on here.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, right. Okay, so you got to peel that off. All right. Okay, just about got the handles on. I wish they were actually metal. They're actually chrome-plated plastic, so we'll see how that holds up. But it gives us that look we were going for. Just a couple more tightens, and that should be just about good. We'll put the covers back on and roll it into place. Well, couch is in. That wasn't easy. It was like trying to push a goat through a coin slot. But it's in. I gotta get it unwrapped, and then Melissa's coming right now. We're gonna get it pushed in place. There, couch is in. Fireplace is not in yet, but I've got the TV centered in the wall. Do have to pick up another, we usually use an Apple TV for people to watch shows on, so I have to get another one of those. And Melissa's over in the kitchen cleaning off the front of the cabinets, although there's no countertops yet, but it was driving me crazy too. Thank you for doing that. Jason is awake now, and he's gonna eat breakfast and then come out and he's gonna build a big, long dining room table that's gonna go here. Why put it over by the window, you might ask? Why not put it over by the kitchen? Well, we're putting a little sitting chair there and probably some books on that shelf, so that'll be like a little reading nook. It just would have felt, having a little table here would have defeated the purpose for what we wanted to do with this space, and that was have a big space for lots of family to come over, maybe have a picnic in here. And nothing nicer than sitting by the window. So we got a nice big table going right by that window so you can sit in there and have a picnic and look out at the pool and hopefully have a great time. I, on the other hand, am going to go off to IKEA to try and find some sort of little piece of furniture to go in between the fridge and the counter. I've got the dimensions there. When I get back, hopefully we'll have a coffee table ready to go in and a dining room table ready to go in. But stuff is starting to make its way in and feel a little bit more homey in here already. Well, if you want to find a random assortment of furniture, this is kind of the place to go. I mean, there's lots of other places, but I've got specific dimensions and yeah, IKEA ought to do the trick. Might be the perfect spot for something like this, a little table where you could put a computer on or do some writing at. We don't have a space like that in there. If I get a little table and maybe a little chair, might just work perfect. Or I could do something like this. Place maybe we could put a little microwave, or it has a cutting block surface. Could maybe put a little wine rack down below. Some tough choices ahead. Well, just about all set. Everything's paid for. I ended up getting a desk and a little chair. Got a clock that looks like an old pocket watch. And I did buy a fake plant because I don't know how often we'll be able to walk out there and water it, but apparently I accidentally picked up the display, so they're just going to get me a new one. Then it's back home. So I just got back, got the chair here, and my trusty Jason is working today. We're paying him to put all the furniture together. And so far, it looks like you got the coffee table just about done. Mostly done. And the chair that you're sitting on, which will eventually go over on this side. But that's cool. So the idea with this is that you have a glass top and you can put displays in the 4 sections. So we were thinking like sand and shells and kind of making it look beachy. Well, Jason is working on that. And the plant I brought in behind him, that's the one that I made the mistake and bought the demo and they had to bring me another one. I'm going to go park my car and go get the hammer and nail so I can start hanging some pictures, some artwork up, and make it feel a little bit more homey in here. It's looking good, Jason. I didn't realize how close we actually got the couch to match that chair. It looks like a matching set almost. Oh, did Mom say that too? Yeah, it worked out well. It's funny, the longer you're married to somebody, the more you're alike in different ways. Sometimes Melissa and I will say the same thing, parent the same way. Anyway, works out well. I've got to go get the Apple TV, which I ended up picking one up, and we're gonna set that up and bring over some nails and a hammer, and I'll start to get everything installed over there. It is, I have to say, pretty handy. I drove here on this little road we put up, and it's working out just fantastic. Well, Jason got the table done. Was it hard to do?
A little.
It looked like you were having some tricky little corners to put together, but you got it. Thank you very much for doing that. The chair is done, the couch is in place. Abigail's already working on the desk that I got from IKEA. And the clock that looks like a pocket watch over there. Is it a pretty good place to sit, Abigail?
Yes.
Not too bad. I got some artwork on the walls. Getting closer. Definitely getting closer. We didn't build a closet into this suite. So I figured if somebody comes in, they can fold their clothes and put it in here. Use that as a little dresser almost. But if they want to hang their coat, well, my sister Heather made this coat rack for us. Almost when we first met Heather, it was one of the first things she did. She loves building and painting and decorating this sort of wood art. And so Heather found a home in our new place right by the door. So when you walk in, you can just hang your jacket right by the door, put your shoes there, and away you go. Well, let's see, what have I done? I've got the bar here for the towel, toilet paper, and the hand towel. It's all in place. Got some pictures hung up. Jason, while I've been doing that, has been building the dining room table, or starting to. We got one leg going together. It's a natural sort of finish, or a butcher block top. I think will be nice because it's really light in here, very white, and I think a little bit of natural colors mixed in with some of the fabrics will give the right kind of textures in here. That's why the chair I got kind of matches. I don't like to mix the woods like that, but we did have this piece and that piece to use. It would have been nice if it was a little bit lighter, but it's also nice that we're able to still use them. I have to think about what we're gonna put on that shelf over there. Things are looking good inside of the space. However, there's not much for privacy because there's no blinds on the front of the building. So I'm at Home Depot to get some blinds cut, and then I'll install those in a little bit. If I can just find out where they have them, it's just around the corner. Blinds have been working very well, as blinds do. And while I got those installed and got the blinds in place back there, of course, appliances and furniture taking shape, the countertops arrived. That just happened just now. So we've been waiting now it's been about 4 weeks since I initially ordered this countertop. And we wanted to keep it light, kind of match the colors we had going on here anyway. Somebody's gonna say, oh, you should have gone with this or that. That always happens. That's why people have different tastes. But this I thought would just be clean, simple, and kind of look like granite. It's actually a laminate countertop. But they were supposed to install it today as well, but unfortunately they went on vacation. Apparently all their install guys went on vacation at the same time, which leaves me with nobody to install. But I did talk to my friend and contractor Frederick, who's going to come back and have a look and see if their guys can do it. So hopefully it shouldn't be too complicated. The only thing I'm worried about here is kind of this joining these two pieces together so that water doesn't get in there and that they are glued together nicely. So that's all I'd be worried about. I should watch how they do it, so if I have to do this again sometime, I'll know how to. Anyway, that's what's new for today. It is 7 in the morning. I actually just got up, had a shower. Not even quite ready for the day, but the reason I'm up right now is that I looked outside and saw that the guys were here to start working on the countertops and the rest of the unit, so I'm gonna get back out there and go see them and see what's up. Let's go. So the guys are back, getting the countertop in place. So is it brackets on the bottom there you have to put in?
Yeah, there's little clamps.
Clamps, okay. Wood glue and clamps. I'm glad the clamps were with it. We did have the Countertop company was supposed to do it, but like I said, they bailed, so luckily our guys are here. So after the countertop goes in, we're gonna be doing white staggered subway tile along the back there as a backsplash, cut the hole for the sink, and then that should be all done. So I'm gonna let these guys finish up. We'll pop back and check later on. Jason and I have come back at the end of the day. The fellows left a little while ago. We were out, well, you were out canoeing on the water, and we've noticed that they got quite a bit of work done. The tile is in place and drying, just about ready for finishing touches there. The counter is installed. The sink is in, however, not plumbed yet, but it looks like they're getting ready to do that possibly tomorrow, or I guess being Friday, it's probably gonna be after the weekend. But some really good progress. And of course, the staggered subway tile is exactly what we have in our other house. So it'll be a symbiotic relationship between the little pool house out here and our big house, but I think it's looking pretty snazzy. What do you think, Jason?
I also think it's looking pretty snazzy.
Well, that's good. I know you guys were all kind of fighting about who wants to stay out here first, but hopefully I'll get my sister Heather or brother to come out and visit one of these days, and they can come hang out here. But job well done today. While the guys have been inside working on the kitchen, Jason has been out here behind this box building some new patio furniture. How's it going?
It's going pretty good.
I was impressed because I built a little table there, and it was a ton of work to get that done. And you've been building these all by yourself. It's a lot of Allen keys, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's been the trickiest part so far?
Getting the bolts to actually thread.
To thread, yeah. But you're doing a great job. So we're getting these put together, and the idea is basically to try and make this look resort and spa-like. We had some older, basically, so we've been using some patio and lawn chairs that we'd found in storage units and such, and it's time to do a little bit of an upgrade, and that's what we're working on out here. Since we had the road put in, I leveled up the dirt quite a bit because it was about a foot drop or half-foot drop in places. Put some grass seed down. That's starting to fill in nicely. But exciting news. The contractor we had here, Dustin, he just left and said they've pretty much wrapped up inside there, which means we can start getting the furniture moved around and things set up and basically making it into a house. So that's what I'm gonna go do. Abigail's coming with me. She's skateboarding up ahead there, and we're gonna walk up there and see if we can make it a little homey inside. Okay, the tile is all in. Sink, you might be wondering why is it off center? Well, the plans were to have it centered, but then we couldn't do this cabinet any further over because then we would lose that whole corner. So I had to make a decision to have a corner cabinet and slightly off center. It's okay, anyway, it does the trick. But does it work? I can see there's water on here from him testing it, so I'm assuming, yes, we have a working sink, and it looks like this is an insert, maybe so you can put your pots and pans and stuff in it. It doesn't scratch everything up. Or does it go over top? Anyway, whatever it is, there's stuff that we didn't have before, new things. And that means I can start to get the kitchen area set up, get the cups out, wipe things down, wipe the counters, get everything all ready. Exciting. With the kitchen more or less set up, kind of realized that if somebody stays there, there's no way to heat up water to maybe have a tea or a coffee. There's nothing to heat up food in. So I've come to Home Depot, get a little microwave, a kettle and a toaster, just kind of real basics to make it so, I don't know, we want it like a little hotel suite so that they could be comfortable there for a couple of days. Or if I get kicked out to the doghouse for buying another car, I gotta live out there too. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, I'm gonna pay for this and head back and get things set up. All right, we now have a little microwave. We've got a toaster in case somebody wants to have some toast out here, a kettle, and some random birds, just because. Next up, there's something big that's gonna happen. And that is gonna be the sidewalk that will connect this building all the way up to the pool. So tune in next week for what will be the grand finale
of this whole build series. I'll show you what the inside ended up looking like. I'll show you how things are going out here. Hopefully the sidewalk will be in as of right now. Clearly it's not, but I'm optimistic. So guys, we'll see y'all soon. And as always, subscribe if you haven't already. And you know, bye for now. Bye guys.